I sure hell hope it's Friday. Coming in early today, got a lot of things going on. I just have not been able to get my streams going during the middle of the day. Like I said, I've got too many people coming in, too many people need stuff, and it's just becoming difficult to do these streams. 5 o'clock seems to be the good time. So I'm gonna have to talk to my wife again and see what the hell is going on with. I like to do the stream. 5 seems to work for everyone. It seems that we get good engagement, we get good people coming in, and then of course do something Saturday and Sunday. But anyway, talk for the day. Talk for the day is like, is it becoming time to just burn it all down, right? And again, I talk about doomers a lot. I talk about people that just focus on the negative and are constantly basically throwing doom at you guys for clicks, right? They're throwing doom at you guys, so that you'll stay engaged with the way that you feel. Someone else can bring that in and make you feel, I guess, a little bit of catharsis by hearing someone else complain about things. Like I don't has the internet become like Cheers? I don't know if you guys ever seen the show Cheers, right? Where everyone goes down to the bar, everyone knows your name, and you can everyone goes through the same struggles. You guys remember the jingle? Is that what this has become? Because it's it's cool. I get it. I'm glad people, get something out of it. But at the same time, it's like, geez Louise, there is so much negativity and so much wild shit going on here in America today. Like, what are we going to do with all of this? I mean, the government does not respond to the people anymore. Like, what are we doing? Like, we elect these people and nothing changes, right? You go, the Republicans aren't doing it. Let's go with the Democrats. Then Democrats, they don't do it. Then go back to the Republicans. It's like, we just seesaw back and forth into oblivion, right? We seesaw back and forth into something that I don't know that we necessarily want. We look at the Epstein cover-up, and you got all these people in Epstein. They're not doing what they said they're going to do, right? I mean, the heroes that we elected and we got into the government, we thought we were going to have this great opening of what the government's been hiding forever. Like when you look at things like, the MLK files, the JFK files, like we thought that once this stuff came out that we would get some answers. And the truth is that they always hide the information that we're looking for, right? And then when you say, well, we need this information, they say, well, sources and methods, or they'll say, oh, there's a court order, we can't get to it, right? Even though, like in the case of the Epstein files, the highest court in the land, which is Congress literally makes the rules, right, which affect everybody, right? When we make these rules, these people, they still don't put out the information, right? They redact anything that is going to elicit change, right? They redact anything that would then cause someone to get in trouble, right? They redact anything that would cause someone in power to have to answer questions that they don't want to answer, right? It's very weird how this kind of stuff happens, So I wrote down a bunch of stuff today, and I thought I'd go over this early in the morning because, again, I got a busy day today, and I like to get these streams out. One note, I hit my 3,000 hours, guys. So this channel now has 3,000 hours, which is fantastic. I really appreciate you guys adding to the discussion, getting back and forth with me on the content, right? Hitting the like button, all these kind of things. So now we're 3,000 hours. We're able to do other things, and we'll continue to grow this thing, So let's get this thing going. So my name is Eric Wilkin. I'm the Splendid Crow here in St. Louis, Missouri. We're a small furniture boutique company. We have about 7-8 employees. We do a small 7 figures in revenue. We started this business literally in a 1-car garage and grew it into about 15,000 square feet. We're growing out of our building. We need to look for new buildings. Like, our business is doing really well. And so I do this stream with people, and I talk about current events and things specifically from the mindset of someone who never graduated high school, someone who started a small business. And I do this so that people know that there's other people that can do this kind of stuff. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to have all the answers, have a bunch of money. You don't have to do this stuff. You can do all kinds of things with your life. And again, never graduated high school, right? I found the right person, and that person really helped me to do the things that I was not very good at, right? And so together we grew this thing, and it's been fantastic, So let's get in the stream today. That's where I'm coming from. That's my business. That's what I do. You guys want to see what we do? Go to resplendentcrow.com. You'll see the furniture we sell. I don't try and sell courses to people. I don't try and sell anything to people other than furniture, right? I have a real job. I make a real product. I hire real people, and I do everything made in America. So when people tell you that you can't make stuff in America, it's too expensive, I made it work, right? So again, anyone can do this kind of stuff. So you're in the stream, hit the like button, let's go. Let's talk about burning it all down, guys. Like, the nihilism that is out there today is so frustrating sometimes, and I get it. It's like we voted for Donald Trump, right? We voted this guy into office, and he has fucked us 7 ways from Sunday, right? He said he was going to do mass deportations. People literally voted for the guy for mass deportations, right? Close the border, right? Which check, got that. Cut some taxes, move regulation. Again, the guy cut taxes. He hasn't done jack shit for regulations. I know he puts a lot of stuff out there, but the truth is that my EPA regulations aren't going down. When I have to take care of my paint, right? I have to put in a spray booth. The same fucking regulations exist, right? When I have to hire people and I have to deal with all the bullshit from minimum wage laws to hours laws, the way that we pay overtime, the way that we, keep our shop, the way that we protect our tools, the way that we do everything, none of that shit's gone away. And again, it's not like we're trying to pay people less, but the point is the regulation is supposed to come down to make it easier to buy anything, right? And we talked about yesterday, I talked about the housing market, right? Where are the reductions in the NIMBYism, right? Where are the reductions of regulations for permitting to start putting a fucking slab on the ground so that you can then build a house? Again, none of those regulations are gone. I don't know if you guys have noticed this stuff, but Trump ran on all this stuff. He's got the taxes out, which is great for big business, doesn't really help small business that much. Every freaking regulation this guy reduces, it helps big business. Very rarely do they do anything to specifically help small business, right? Very rare, right? So Trump didn't do that, right? Other things Trump ran on, he ran on kicking everybody out here, all the illegal immigrants. Again, he hasn't done it. He's not going to do it. He started to do it, right, at about June of last year when he started looking at meatpacking plants, when he started looking at construction sites. Everyone flipped the fuck out. They're like, no way, we can't do this. This is going to destroy our business. And it's, instead of saying, you know what, go fuck yourself. You did this with illegal labor. You brought illegal people in here. You brought H-1B visas in here to replace Americans. He's like, no, okay, we'll back off. We're just going to go after criminals, right? You know how fucking hard it is to go through the country and find criminals, right? You know how expensive it is to go find criminals? Are you fucking kidding me? How much faster would all of this stuff happen if you just went to the job sites? Go to the hotels. Like, we all as Americans know where these people are at, right? This is the problem with when people say just fucking burn it down. It's like you're being lied to and slow rolled at every point in your life by your government. And it's so frustrating because, again, like if we vote for Trump, right? Trump was supposed to be the thing that would usher in what we've all been waiting for. It didn't fucking happen, right? And we see why, right? Take the Epstein files, right? We look at these Epstein files. What have you guys noticed about this Epstein files? Everybody in the country is talking about this. It's been the largest topic on X now for at least a week, right? Every politician, almost every politician, every politician has come out and said, you know what, there's nothing there, right? All the people that are supposed to care about this issue on the left, they don't want to talk about it. Nobody is talking about it. The people on the right, they're just like, oh, America doesn't care about this topic. Like, these people are so out of touch. They don't realize it's the only fucking thing that people care about because it actually exposes what needs to be exposed, right? Trump wouldn't do it, right? And they'll say, oh, Biden, he could do that. Nobody wants to do this stuff, guys. And again, when you see all the names, right, we see Peter Thiel, right, the technocracy guy, the people that want to bring in the next phase of humanity through things like transhumanism, through, no one's going to drive, no one's going to have to work, everyone's going to be on UBI. Like, do you guys really want this future? Like, as someone that has made things his entire life, that likes to work on cars, that likes to break shit apart and put it back together, what these people are talking about seems like death to me. It seems like hell. And yet we're slowly sliding into this, place where I don't think we want to go, So give me a few more minutes, guys, and we'll dig into comments. Put your comments in the feed, guys. Add to the discussion. Tell me what you think is fucked up about what's going on in America right now today. What are your fixes? Hit the like button. Let's kick the algorithm around some more. Okay, so point is that these people that are in here, so you got like Peter Thiel's in here. Trump is the most named person in this entire thing. And this fucking narcissist, he's so narcissistic that he literally says, oh, this completely exonerates me. These people were coming after me. He is so full of shit. And the cucks in Fox News, the cucks on X. Have you guys noticed like X is like a massive blowjob to Trump or anything the right does? They're just like, oh, burn. Look at how Scott Bessent burned Congress. Oh, Trump's, fuck around, find out. You hear all these kind of things from these guys. Like, these people, they are all selling the lie, right? People like Benny Johnson, people like this Derek Evans guy, like these guys, even Alex Jones at this point, these guys are all selling cuckery, right? They're sitting in the corner watching Trump fuck, somebody in the mouth, and or maybe it's Israel, I don't know who it is, but they're watching this thing happen, and everyone is just, they're doing this. They're waiting for clicks, right? They want you guys to click. Just click. Just stay engaged. Stay entertained. Look at advertisements, right? Look at X. Look at YouTube. Look at whatever they want to put on the television day. And it is wild, guys. Like, I shouldn't say nobody. Not enough people yet are keeping the story alive, keeping the whole Epstein thing going on, calling out Trump, calling out JD Vance, calling out people like Ted Cruz. You people need to fucking go after these people, right? And when someone like Donald Trump says, well, we don't need to pay attention to this anymore, right? Kash Patel, right? We always have Kash Patel as head of the FBI. We don't need to pay attention to this stuff. Dan Bongino, the guy that literally left podcasting to go weed out the corruption, they are doing fuck all, right? If you guys notice this, remember Kash Patel? And I wrote down in my notes here, our heroes are becoming villains. This is really frustrating to me. Like, again, let's start with the Dan Bongino thing. Like Dan Bongino, and again, you got all these people that are like, oh, Dan Bongino's back. He's gonna take it to the villains, right? He's gonna take it to the people in the elite, the deep state. You know, he's always talking about Dan Bongino's gonna take it to him. Dan Bongino did nothing. Right? And he comes back on the radio and says, oh, you guys didn't do anything either. The only thing that's worse than not doing anything is saying that you're going to do something, have the opportunity to do something, and then actually do nothing. Like, how the fuck are we in this situation today where that is okay? Like, again, and this guy has a show, people are clearly watching. It's like, what, is this really going to be your hero? The guy that, again, had the opportunity to do something, got in there, built his life around supposedly doing shit, gets in there and then comes back out and says, oh, well, you fuckers didn't do anything. Like, that is just wild. The hubris of these people is just off the charts. Like, the guy did nothing. You know, comes back and now he's basically picking on everybody that said, dude, you did nothing. You know, and he's calling them all, well, you fuckers didn't do anything either. It's really wild. You know, so we're talking about Dan Bongino, dude. Okay, next villain, Kash Patel, same thing. How many interviews have you guys watched with this guy, Kash Patel? Oh, as soon as I get in there, I'm taking it to the deep state. The Epstein files, he's said it so many times, like day one, the Epstein files come out. Again, the guy did fuck all. The only reason that any of the stuff about Epstein came out is because Congress passed a law 426-1. Right? And if I'm not mistaken, the only guy that didn't vote for it, was it Randy Fine or was it Thomas Massey? I don't remember who, right? If it was Thomas Massey, it's because Thomas Massey is about as base as it gets. If it was Randy Fine, it means that he was intentionally trying to protect Israel because Randy Fine doesn't actually work for America. He works for the state of Israel. And again, I'm not a big Israel conspiracy guy, but if there's one guy that has Israel's cock in his mouth, it's definitely this Randy Fine guy. And he's huge, so he's taking a lot of semen at this point. You know, so we don't like this guy. He's clearly a charlatan in the truest form of the word. So again, we got a lot of people in America that don't want to find out what's going on with this Epstein thing. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about Epstein right at the moment. Let's go into the next thing I want to talk about, which is the foreign conflicts, guys. And again, let's get in the comments. Give me just a minute. Let's go into foreign conflicts. I want to talk about foreign conflicts. I want to talk about tax fraud. I want to talk about AI overlords, and I want to talk about technocracy. So let me go through foreign conflicts real quick, then we'll dig into comments, and then we'll keep working around. I want to make sure I keep up with comments this morning. So the foreign conflict thing is just wild, okay? The only reason that our country can continuously go into these foreign conflicts is because we print money, guys. It's the only reason. And a lot of the CIA budgets, even the military budget, it's clandestine dollars, right? It's black money, right? And we'll say, well, we know how much money we're spending on the military because it's in the budget. The truth is, guys, is those fuckers haven't passed an audit in 8 years. And again, nobody is willing to say, you know what, you guys get no more money. That's all you would have to do, right? And people would flip the fuck out, right? All the Congress members that have districts in America where Lockheed Martin is located, where General Dynamics, right? Iron Bath Works, all of these massive military contractors that we have, these people would lose their motherfucking minds, but they won't do it, right? Again, you don't pass an audit, you get no money. Imagine if the IRS came to any one of you guys and they said, you know what, we're going to audit your records, and you said, stick it up your fucking ass, right? The IRS is going to take your bank account. They're going to put liens on your home until they take your home. They're probably going to garnish your wages, and they're going to use the law in order to do it, right? So again, rules for thee, not for me, okay? The only way these foreign conflicts happen is because of situations like this, right? Hard to fight a war when your fucking military budget, hard to fight a war when your military is essentially shut down because you can't pass an audit, right? You can't do the basics of running a budget and running a country, right? Everything that you and I have to do all the time. As a business owner, if I don't keep proper taxes, guess what? I come in and I get audited. I literally have to keep CPAs on staff to manage all of our books. I have to keep subscriptions for QuickBooks. I have to keep subscriptions to make sure that I move my taxes to every state when I sell furniture to correctly. We use a company called, it starts with an A, I forget what it is, but it's actually a company that manages where your taxes are supposed to go to every state, because we sell to all 50 states. Not 48, all 50 of them, right? I've sent pieces to Hawaii, I've sent pieces to Alaska. So again, we have to do all this stuff. The federal government does not. And there's zero mechanism to make sure these fuckers do this. So then again, they're able to go, you want to go to send, half the military over to Venezuela to go snatch some leader? No problem. Check. You want to go to Iran? You want to go fucking stir some shit over there so that Israel can fucking feel safe? Check, right? You want to go talk about sending the military to Greenland? Check. You want to move the military all over the ocean, for training or to make sure that people, stay in line? Check. Right? It's really fucked up, guys. And one note on this Israel thing that really bothers me. Again, I try not to get into the Israel thing so much, but what do you think would happen to that country if America said, you know what? We're no longer going to veto all of these courts that are basically trying to criminalize your country, right? We're no longer going to send our military over to protect you every time you stir shit up over there. Like, these people are the biggest shit stirrers I've ever seen. And America just goes over there and so, he's like the guy with the loud fucking mouth that won't shut the fuck up, and then he's got the big dummy in front of him, right? And so nobody fucks him. It's like that dumb Jack kid you guys see all over the internet. He goes around and fucks with people, and then he's got a security guard right there so that nobody beats the shit out of him. This is a problem that I have. That whole region would probably be a little bit more stable if these people would shut the fuck up. And America would stop giving them money, stop giving them, arms. Let these people take care of themselves. Let's see how that shit would work. How long would this fucking country last from stirring shit up over there, right? And again, we have all the money in the world to go fuck with everybody. Meanwhile, the people here, we got veterans on the streets all over the place, guys. Have you seen the amount of the mentally unwell that we have here in America in places like Seattle, Los Angeles, Portland, like where I'm from? We can't snatch these people off the fucking streets and get them out of there. Citizens have to walk around these people and deal with them constantly asking for money, asking for all kinds of shit. When the truth is they need to go in a fucking insane asylum or go into the military and get their shit together. We don't do any of that stuff. It's really fucked up, guys. Okay, let's go to comments, and then we'll dig on into other topics. We're gonna talk about tax fraud next, right? We got so much fraud in America. Your fucking dollars are so wasted. What would you do with an extra 20% of your money? How nice would that be, okay? All right, let's dig through comments. Guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out this morning. Again, I know everyone's probably getting ready to go into work. I'm getting ready to go into work, so let's have some coffee. I got my Pete's. I love Pete's coffee. All right. Pure Joy says, do you sell wooden coasters? No, I do not sell wooden coasters. The average transaction for my company is about $4,000. And coasters, I can't sell them for that much. Again, my brand's valuable. It ain't that valuable. So yeah, but good. Go to the resplendentcrow.com, guys, if you want to see what we sell. Again, it's just furniture. Most people can't afford it, but it's the only way to really make good money in the furniture industry. You got to sell the 1%. I've told you guys as a business owner for a long time that anybody can start a business, but your best bet is to sell to the 1%. I used to work in the private jet industry. Again, most of these jets are American made, using American products with American labor, and the people that work there make American wages. In aerospace, I made about $80,000 a year most of my career. All the overtime you could ever handle. So it was a fantastic way to make money. All right, let's see. This is Ghost Samurai, 1925. Remember Trump made the list? Great, yeah, I know. Trump's really fucked us, man. I've been so pissed off with this guy. Ghost Samurai, 1925 says again, 38,000 times. Como Trump name is listed. Yeah, and again, this is the thing that I'm talking about, guys. Again, I voted for Trump. I was the guy with the sign out on his deck. And I live in Illinois, guys. Okay, I live in Illinois. I'm that guy. I'm like this, guys. Fuck all you lefty bitches. I got my Trump sign out there. Again, I got the biggest house in the neighborhood. Go fuck yourselves, right? You fucking losers. I was that guy. And I am so disappointed with this Trump guy. He didn't do what he said he was going to do. This is not what I voted for. I didn't vote for any of this shit. Yet, he is turning it into essentially a neocon Israel shill. And I don't like it, right? Not because I don't care about these countries. Let Israel do its thing. Let Iran do its thing. Let Venezuela do its thing, right? We have so much stuff here in America. We have so many things to work on here in America. We can't do it all at once. And again, when Trump starts to do something, the minute he gets any pushback, no, whoa, hold on. It's like he's trying to cater to everyone. Not everybody voted for this guy. And that's how you get real change. You have to be willing to tell half the country to go fuck themselves because they didn't vote for that shit. So, but he won't do it. I don't understand it. These years up at the midterms and beyond all is completed. Shit show. So this is pick and grin. Pick and grin. I think you're wrong. I think that Republicans are actually going to win the midterms because I think most people are okay with what is happening because they understand how bad things went before. And this is the thing. I'm always saying that pendulum was like way to the left, dude. And we're kind of maybe getting back to the center. We haven't even gone right yet, guys. And we had the opportunity to go right, but it didn't happen. So Trump's kind of staying here in safe zone, and I don't want safe zone. Like I'm one of these people. In order to appreciate how good you have it, you have to be willing to go the right. We have to see how bad we had it by going completely the other direction. And for whatever reason, this guy's he doesn't want to do it. And I keep saying, as a business owner, right? If you kicked out 10 million people, guess what happens to your housing? Housing starts to get more affordable. I guarantee it, right? You kick out the third world, like stop letting everybody go to the third world to manufacture everything. And then guess what? They have to hire from here, right? Because I'm here to tell you guys that companies like Nike, companies like Restoration Hardware that make furniture, these people aren't going to go out of business. They will hire Americans, they will raise their prices, and guess what? They're going to pay your wage. And again, you're going to move less product in America. I think 100% that will happen, but you'll have more businesses, you'll have more people because they don't have a ton of money, learn to make shit themselves, come up with creative ideas, innovative ways to make things, and you will have better wages in America, but you will have higher quality stuff and you will get less of it. Consumerism will basically not crumble. Consumerism will have to come down, and people don't want to do that. I don't understand it. So, all right, this is Jason Stormion. Trump, yeah, well, we'll see. Like I said, I voted for Trump. I like Trump. I've been hard on this guy for 10 years, but now that I wanted more of 2016 Trump. I wanted less of 2024 Trump. What he's doing now is he's trying to be a little too populist. And again, as someone who's worked hard his entire life, has never been on the dole, has always made decent money and always been employed. I want that for more people. I wanted him to kick people off welfare. I wanted Section 8 housing to be reduced. I wanted work requirements. I wanted mass deportations. I wanted people to see things on the television that made them extremely uncomfortable. And the minute we went into Minnesota and you saw one or two people get killed, they're just like, oh, we can't do this. Like I expected hundreds of people to die a year in order to get people out of this country. Like that's where I'm at, which is, again, kind of radical, but at the same time, like you can't let 10 to 20 million people in this country in 4 years and not expect you're going to have a little bit of uncomfortableness to get these people out, right? Which is what he ran on. That's what I voted for. The guy won the swing stage, which never happens for Republicans, and won the popular vote, which never happens for Republicans. But again, if he does what he voted on, or excuse me, if he does what he was voted in to do, people lose their fucking minds, and I can't figure that part out. Like, did we vote for this thing or not? Was this election real? Because it seems like a lot of people get really pissed off when they see ICE agents going into some place and dragging some fucking guy out who's not supposed to be here, right? And I tell you guys all the time, like, I don't care if we want to give all these people amnesty. Just follow the fucking law, right? The biggest problem that we had in America during Biden's term was not Joe Biden himself. It was Alejandro Mayorkas. Okay, this guy is the biggest liar and crook and has done the most damage to this country in my lifetime. And somehow this guy gets a slide. I don't understand. He was the head of the Department of Homeland Security. He was the guy that went before Congress every year and said, the border is secure. The border is secure. The border is secure. And nobody has gone back and said, you know what, you've got a treason charge. Pam Bondi, and I saw something this morning that maybe that's going to happen, but Pam Bondi needs to go and give this guy a treason charge. Okay, what this guy did was literally he gave aid and comfort to the enemy. Okay, until we see a treason charge in this country, and until the names that are redacted in the Epstein files are unredacted, you will not see any change, because it means that anybody in government is not accountable. That's what it means. Nobody in government is accountable. Have you guys ever seen anybody get held accountable at all? Like, it doesn't happen. So really frustrating. Okay, Ghost Samurai. Okay, I saw your, let's see, Ghost Samurai 1925. Remember chat support, cybersecurity, and not cyber insecurity. I don't know what chat support means, dude, but I learned that I'm possessed by, okay. Ghost Samurai, I got no idea what you're saying, dude. Okay, let's see, It's Not a Grace says, rules for thee, not for me, 100%. And it's so frustrating because, again, like, everyone that ran for Trump's administration, right? All the people like, we're going to get the Epstein files. We're going to get the Epstein files. We're going to kick out the illegals. We're going to kick out the illegals. It's going to be great. America first. America first. Once they get into office, they're like, whoa, we got courts, we got rules, we got laws. Then Congress is like, yeah, you know what? Fuck the rules, fuck the laws. The American people want this. Get it out there. Trump's like, oh, I don't want to do it. He hauls in Lauren Boebert. He hauls in, oh God, who's the other chick? Nancy Mace. He hauls in Marjorie Taylor Greene and says, you fucking bitches, don't you dare vote for this thing. I don't want to have to sign it. They're like, fuck you. Sign it, bitch. He signs it, and then all the people that are supposed to release the stuff, they're like, well, sources and methods, courts, it takes a long time to redact things. We get something a month later, conveniently at a time where Trump is literally trying to throw the military on a sovereign country. Like, it's kind of convenient, right? Am I crazy here? And then, as everyone in the world is talking about these Epstein files, it's not just America, right? If you go over to Europe, people are actually resigning because they're in the Epstein files. Like, people are actually falling on their swords over these other countries. In America, we're just like, this is just another day. Like, accused of rape, I've had worse. Accused of cutting up little kids and doing magnifying glasses and all the fucked up shit that you read in these things. That's a Monday for me. It's like we're so used to these politicians being pieces of shit and being above reproach that we just do nothing. We do nothing. Like, it's just wild. And again, when it's not like who's this Nada Gray? It's not like Nada Gray is in the Epstein files, trying to diddle little kids. It's not like who's this Pick and Grind ones in here, like, oh God, Pick and Grind's in here trying to diddle kids. No, it's only specific kinds of people. And these are people in power and people that are very high up in whatever industry they're in, because it's essentially a blackmail operation, a honeypot operation ran by probably the CIA in America and Mossad in Israel, right? Like, listen to the language that this Epstein guy's used. He uses the word goyim all the time. Like, I didn't even know what this shit meant, but it's basically a slur for normies like us, right? It's a slur for people that are essentially supposed to serve other people. We're the serfs, they're the elite, right? And this is fucked up, guys. Like, this language and the people that are in these documents, it's all disgusting. And again, everyone's like, look over the other way. Like, oh, we want to talk about, you guys have noticed the Savannah Guthrie thing is like all over the place. Who gives a fuck? Like, you tell me like Savannah Guthrie is important right now? Like, how many people get snatched every day? But because this bitch is famous, we're gonna go, like, that's the way Trump is. Trump is like, oh, if you're famous, well, I gotta pay attention. You're like, oh man, famous people keep famous people. We all talk together. We gotta look out for each other. It's like, fuck this guy. We got a woman here in St. Louis. Her boyfriend blew her fucking jaw off with a shotgun. She's got 3 kids. She's looking for a GoFundMe to help reconstruct her face. Like, why isn't that story national news, right? Oh, I don't know. Because again, Trump doesn't know this bitch. Like, it seems like that's more important. Normal woman probably makes 40 grand a year, 3 fucking kids, boyfriend blows her fucking face off, right? She's still alive. Like, it probably would have been better if she would have died. But again, where's Trump talking about that? Trump could solve that problem with a tiny check. Why doesn't the Trump send his fucking FBI to go and dig into this guy? These stories aren't important. The only fucking stories that matter are the things that they want you to care about, right? Don't worry about the Epstein files. Don't worry about your fucking military going over to Iran where there is we don't need to fucking be there. Oh, we can't let them have nuclear weapons. You know how fucking long people have been talking about Iran getting nuclear weapons? 30 fucking years. That Benjamin Netanyahu dickhead, he's been saying this shit for 30 fucking years. At some point, you got to say, you know what, dude? Like, we don't believe you. You can only call wolf or cry wolf so many times. But because the tax dollars and everything that we waste here in America funnels into these places, they just keep saying it and people keep fucking voting for it. Like, I don't get it, man. It doesn't fucking make any sense to me. So, sorry, guys. I get worked up on this stuff. I'm just, as a taxpayer, I'm so frustrated. So, let's keep going. Keep going with their comments, guys. All right, Nada Gray says, rules for the not for me. Yep. Who's this? We got Ogie and Rex. Not sure what you're saying there, dude. Pick and Grind 1. Let's just hope that they don't hijack midterms. That's the scariest thing right now. Well, here's the thing. So, Pick and Grind, I'm not saying, you guys all know this, but basically, the person that gets elected generally loses in the midterms. It's pretty, like, normal. So, you guys should expect that they're going to lose in the midterms. But the bitch of it is like, what's frustrating me is that the people that were in power 4 years ago, they went after Trump like a fucking rabid dog. They literally created new rules to go after this guy. He was shot at twice. They convicted him so many times. And what they do is all the people on the left use these fake charges and these fake convictions to basically paint this guy as a bad person, right? They do it all the time. It's just, it doesn't stop. Like, how many times you looked at the news and they're like, oh, you guys voted for a 34-count felon. Like, you people are so fucking retarded. Again, when you have booking and accounting mistakes, these are not felonies, guys. They're like that's why we keep accountants, right? Shit happens, you know. And again, the problem when you hire an accountant, you have a business, the problem falls with the accountant, right? It's one thing if you as a business owner moved your money around. It's very difficult to do as a business though, because you have to run everything through an accountant. We do this for a specific reason. We pay the accountant to do this shit so that we are not liable, okay? And again, they said, fuck that, we're gonna charge this Trump guy and we're gonna give him 34, basically, bookkeeping felonies. Wild. And now the media runs with it every opportunity they get. When we say, oh, well, you guys are harboring a treasonous individual in Alejandro Mayorkas, they say, well, you voted for a 34-count felon. Like, what? These two aren't even the fucking same thing, but people won't look into what actually happened in these situations and realize what's really going on. They just believe what they're told, which is wild. All right, again, Rick says there's 51 states. Well, are we counting Puerto Rico? Again, I thought 50 was where we were at, but maybe, yeah, whatever. I didn't graduate high school, so my geography is terrible. I also couldn't find Afghanistan on a map, probably, so you got me. Okay, not a great. Picking in, that's the main where I think threatening the national election deploy. Yeah, this whole, again, deploying ICE to I don't think that's going to happen. Even if it does happen, right? Are you, if you're that worried about ICE being there, like, what's that say about you? Like, I don't worry about nothing. Again, I live in Illinois, but my business is in Missouri. We kind of live on the border there. And again, I carry a gun around. Like, it doesn't fucking bother me one bit. Like, oh, if you get pulled over, again, constitutional carry state. I always abide by the laws. Like, if you abide by the law, there's no worry. And again, why are we so worried about this shit? Who cares if there's fucking ICE around? If there's police around, if there's people that want to enforce the law around, I don't find that to be a bad thing, you know? So when I hear people say, oh, they're going to try and get ICE, they're just basically going to go harass brown people, I don't buy it. And again, if you let 10 or 20 million people in this country, what the fuck do you expect? What do you expect? Everything's just going to be, well, we want to enforce the rules, but don't enforce the rules. We want to enforce the rules, but don't go to the places where the rule breakers generally are, right? It's like, we know the rule breakers are in Congress. We don't want to go there. We know all the rule breakers are at the construction sites, are in the hotels, right? We know they're in the meatpacking plants, but don't go there. It's like, what the fuck do you people want to do? You can't have it both ways. Well, we don't want to feel bad about badgering people. Like, go fuck yourselves. I'm tired of people bitching about this kind of stuff. Like, grow some fucking balls, people. Like, you fucking leftist pussies are so worried about hurting someone's feelings. Your life has been so nerfed. You forgot what life really is. Life is not fucking easy. Life is not peaches and cream all the time. And until we're able to tell these people, like, suck my dick, like, we're going to end up in the same situation where we get people that are just constantly worried about everything. You know, oh, don't do anything. We don't want to offend anyone. Oh, you got to worry about people's pronouns. You got to respect people's this, respect people's that. Go fuck yourselves. Tired of it. This is America. This is the place where we have meritocracy. I don't care about your bullshit, whiny ass. I didn't fucking, it's not fair. My boss hates me. I'm brown. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, man. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. I'm done. Trump clearly isn't. He's just like, oh, we don't want to offend these people. It's really weird. So, okay, let's keep going. I know I don't go through comments quickly enough. I'm going to keep going. Go Samurai. Okay, let's see. Golodex, are you cybersecurity or cyber insecurity? This is Brick Squandered. Does the 51st state have a state flag? Okay, who's this? Fubar Rug. Yeah, Fubar. Fucked up beyond repair, dude. I love that line. 107. Tucson here. 2,500 homeless, 75% veterans. Yeah, man, and that's just, I can't wrap my head around that. Like, if there's one group of people that I have the ultimate sympathy for, it's veterans. 100%. Like, if you go serve, go put in your time, you get to 20 years, like, you're done in my book. Like, you made the ultimate sacrifice and you volunteered to make the ultimate sacrifice, which most people in this world, they talk about doing it and then they don't really mean it, or they don't really do it. You know, they can't do it, or they're not really interested. People talk a big fucking game. And that's why this Dan Bongino guy, I think, fuck this guy. He talked this game, built up his media empire, you know, and then when he's like, fuck this, I'm going in there, I'm going to do the thing, right? He goes in there, does the thing, and does fuck all. Fuck all. No accountability. And again, people are tuning back in to watch this guy. What? He's going to take it to the libs. He's going to take it to the deep state. Like, he had the ultimate power, and he did nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? The same thing with those veterans. Everyone talks about, oh, we're going to help the vets. We're going to help the vets. We're going to help the vets. It's like when Gavin Newsom in California talks about, we're going to help the homeless. That fucking piece of shit wasted $24 billion, right? My state of Oregon, right? The amount of waste that we have with the fucking homeless in Oregon, like, I don't understand it. Seattle, the amount of waste they have up there and the amount of abuse they have with the homeless, nobody wants to help the homeless. Nobody wants to help the veterans, right? And this is one of the things, when the people came back from Vietnam, the veterans were treated like shit. And again, they didn't fucking vote to go over there. The politicians voted for it. The people voted for it. And then when these people come back doing the thing that is the ultimate sacrifice, whether they wanted to be there or not, whether you believed in the cause or not, doesn't fucking matter. They went and did it. That's what makes this country great. The reason you guys have the right to be able to say the fucked up shit you're able to say is because of those people. So, yeah, if you got 2,500 homeless people and 75% of them are veterans, you fucking stop everything. You fucking stop everything. You go snatch those people up. You go put them in tiny homes. You go put them in rented homes. You go put them someplace safe because they made your life safe. And when people elect not to do that kind of stuff, when they want to go focus about Savannah Guthrie, fuck that bitch. She does fucking nothing. She's a fucking person on television. You mean nothing. You're a pretty person that reads shit. That's it. These people went over and made the ultimate fucking sacrifice. They're going to come back here and you're going to be like, well, they're on drugs. It's their problem. Go fuck yourselves. You know, there should be an infinite amount of money for those people. So, and again, as a business owner, that's where all my taxes to go. Military, roads, police, maybe some judges, and everything else, fuck it. I don't want to deal with any of it. Give the people their money back. All right, this is Linda Clips, 8351 says, hi, Linda, good to see you. Glad you're here. Not a grace. There's more stuff from here. Okay, you guys are having a conversation. Great. Third door, extra 20% is a car payment. Yeah, it's a car. I mean, for some people, it's a house payment. You know, it's like, Jesus Christ, what I would do with that money if I make $15,000 a month, right? What's 20% of that? That's a big fucking number, man. $3,000, that's a house payment. You know, that's literally hiring another employee. You know, like you can literally bring on somebody else. Like I just bought a CNC router. Like that's my CNC router payment. Like again, that's good for society. You want to create more taxpayers. You want to create more people that have skills that add value to the community. You don't want to give this money to the federal government. They're giving it to Israel. They're giving it to the military contractors with no audit, by the way. They're giving it to, we hear about this Minnesota thing. They're giving it to anybody that is a woman, is gay, has some kind of a supposed disability. They're fucking funneling money to all these people because they check a box, right? Fucking bullshit. Like you create value for this country, you provide a good or service to somebody else, right? Which then allows them to do the same thing. We get the circle of efficiency in this country, or you get no fucking money. And again, we're giving money to everybody just because they check a box. It's wild, guys. I don't like it at all. Okay, let's see. Rock Licked. You won't like your boss, but you aren't the boss. You won't like your boss, but you aren't the boss. I'm not quite sure what you're saying there. I worked 25 years having a boss, and now I've spent 10 years being the boss, So I should have had 20 years with a boss, 10 years being the boss. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's one set of problems for another set of problems. The thing is in life, what I've noticed in my 46 years, you just gotta like what you do, man. Like, again, as a furniture maker, I've never woke up and think, God damn it, I don't want to fucking go to work today. Because even when I did make a lot of money or there was things I didn't like about my life, I always liked making furniture. I always liked my job, and I think we need more people that have this mindset, and if you don't like your job, go fucking do something else. And again, we always hear people say, oh, I got responsibility. I can't make it on this. I can't make it on that. There's always a fucking problem, right? Very difficult for people to go do what it is that they really want to go do. And I don't see the problem, guys. Again, people want to be woodworkers. You got no skills. Come talk to me. There's a million businesses like mine, by the way. Like, just go talk to people. Oh, I can't get through the application process. What the fuck are you doing trying to work for someone whose application process runs through LinkedIn, right? Has an AI chatbot that filters out resumes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go find a real fucking company to work for. I want to work for Google. No, what you want to do is you want a big fat paycheck to do nothing. You want to do fuck all. And that's why everyone's going for the same fucking jobs. That's how I see it. Go find a small business to work for. Again, we take care of our people. We like our employees. We take our employees' input. The people that work for me, the least amount of years, my fucking people that work for me is 5 years. Okay, the least amount of years. When people say, oh, businesses don't care about their employees. You know, it's the big fucking businesses. The people in the Epstein report, those fucking companies are the ones y'all are trying to work for, and then you bitch about the employers. Stop working for businesses that have 1,000 employees. They have health care. They have dental. Take fucking better care of yourself. I haven't had health care in a decade. You know, when I got to go get, I just pay cash. Oh, I don't have cash. It's always fucking problems, guys. Like, Jesus Christ. All right, this is Barbara A. Smith, 1085. Yes, okay, Food Bar Guy, 107. So those who don't vote for this should get reparations. I lost my job because the economy is so bad here. Okay, Food Bar, you're in Phoenix. You're telling me that the economy is terrible and that you can't get a job. I want to know what you did. Tell me what you did. You clearly knew something about veterans. You knew something about the homeless. Tell me what it is you do. I want to know. Okay, not a great. You have to tell me like specifically where you work. Just tell me what kind of work you're in. Okay, give me a feel for it. I don't think the Democratic Party is really that left. Again, yeah, not a great. I don't either. I think the people in the Democrat Party and the people in the Republican Party, they're all the same, right? And they pick like one or two issues to get you guys to fucking cry about every election cycle instead of worrying about the one thing that matters, which is taxes. That's all that matters is taxes, guys. You get the fucking money away from the tax collectors, right? Keep it in your own pockets, right? But the problem is you got so many people that leech off of the federal government, so you're always going to have their vote. Why would they vote against their own self-interest? And this is the problem, right? Benjamin Franklin said it. When the average citizen realizes they can vote themselves money, it will herald the end of the republic. And that's what's happening, guys. The only problem is that when Benjamin Franklin said that, he didn't realize the other side would fuck themselves too. They're just trying to vote themselves money as well. Everybody wants to vote themselves money. That's why the tax revolt is such a big thing. You guys notice we got all this shit going on when the tax revolt started to be a big thing. You know, that's what you need to do. You want to find out how the government really works? Cut the fucking taxes off. That's all you got to do. That is it. You cut the taxes off, you will see the cockroaches flee because there's no more reason to be there. They'll be gone. They'll go back and do their own thing. They'll go find some other people to leech on, but you're never going to see it. Tax revolt will never happen, right? Again, we fought a war over fucking 3% tax on tea. We can't get people to even push back paying 15% into the federal government. I got to pay 7.5% of your fucking taxes in employer taxes, right? Like no one pushes back on jack shit. The property taxes keep going up so that the states and the counties can fill the voids in their budgets. They don't worry about being efficient, you know, being good with your tax dollars. They just raise everyone's fucking property taxes. I pay $16,000 a year in property taxes to live on this fucking hill in Illinois on the Mississippi River. Okay, that's bullshit. When I lived in Missouri, I paid something like $1,200 a year in taxes. Okay, like. It's not right, guys. There's too many taxes. And again, these people are wasting your money. You think Minnesota was bad? Like, wait till you guys get down to California, right? What you guys see what's going on in New York right now? They're having massive budget problems because all the people with the fucking jobs left. They're like, we're getting the fuck out of here. And this is the thing, guys. Like, more people need to start businesses, keep more of their tax dollars, and you guys will find out that the country works great. Cut the third world off. You want to bring in materials from the third world? Great. Zero tariff. Any labor that goes out into the third world, 400% tariff. You know, companies like Nike, 94% of their products are made overseas. You're fucking gone. You want to stay in this country? You want to be an American company? You want to take advantage of the American consumer? You want to take advantage of the safety of being in America? You can't produce all your shit in the third world. Get the fuck out. You want to spend $30 making a fucking pair of tennis shoes? Bring it back in here. 400% tariff on that $30. Your fucking shit now is $120 before advertising, before marketing, before all your C-suite executives get paid, before all your fucking shareholders get paid, before everyone gets paid. Every fucking person gets paid. Before your designers get paid. Before your fucking engineers get paid. Before your material engineers get fucking paid. Your data analysts. Before all those fucking people get paid, you know what? Get the fuck out. Again, you'll never see it. It'll never happen, right? Because these people are the massive donors to the people that are in government. It's how it worked, guys. Like, again, as a person that makes an American product, hires American people, that ships it all over the country, I'm here to tell you guys, you can make American wages working for an American company, but if they outsource their work, the only way you can make money is to be a data analyst. Be some fucking book nerd. People like Nike have psychologists on staff. Like, what the fuck do you have psychologists on staff for? You hire these fat bitch HR people. You notice they're always fucking black, or they're some kind of fucking lesbian or some fucking weirdo, and then they're basically going to tell everyone how to act, right? I tell you guys the story a million times. I used to work in Gulfstream, right? One of the most prestigious companies in America, right? The fucking HR bullshit that we would have to deal with every fucking year. We'd have to go, make sure we got sexual harassment training, implicit bias training. Like, we had to go through all these stupid fucking trainings. There is no money for that shit for a normal business. Like, we can't pay for that shit, but become a big company, well, then you gotta limit liability. It's it's fucking crazy, guys. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna keep going through comments. At this point, I'm not gonna get back to my other talks because you guys get me so worked up with these comments. Those are one of the things I like. I love the back and forth, guys. So keep the comments coming. Hit the like button. We're gonna keep going through this thing. We'll kick it around. I'll do at least an hour with you guys. Okay, this is Joe the Schmo, man. Great name, dude. I can't believe the video that Trump posted last night. What did he post? I guess I missed that. I tried to look at some stuff this morning, kind of get up on news. I mean, maybe I saw it, just didn't pay attention to it. Okay, Rocklick, the boss is the unlikable person that can lead the ship to need a dickhead in charge. Trump got knees capped last time. Weak on this one. Yeah, man, you're right, man. Trump is just, it's like he wants to be king. Like, I know it's not a, like that's what like a lot of these lefty, educated pussies want to say. And like, I don't see it that way, but the more he like plays it, he tries to play at both sides, which that's not how it's supposed to work. It's impossible to know how good you had it if you don't really stick it in the ass of the people on the other side. And he doesn't really want to, it's like he's just trying to pander to everyone, which is kind of weird. And again, if you guys don't know the history of Trump used to be a Democrat, like wild Democrat. Like, this guy was, pro-abortion and didn't talk about God much and just wanted to make money. And again, he's from New York, like, which is a very liberal state. So I don't know, man. Okay, let's see. Can do BU, Trump #1. Yeah, Trump's all right. Okay, let's see. Jeff Ross says, ugh. We got Rocklick back to here. No, Trump is not a platform. Yeah. This is Angel A1604, Trumpstein. Yeah, right? Holy shit. Like, that's the thing. Like, why isn't Congress hauling this guy up there? And again, like I said, I like Trump, but you can't, I like accountability a lot more, and I like the rule of law much more. You can't be into these documents that much, and Congress not haul you up there and say, what did you know and when did you know it? Who was there? Who did you talk to? This thing was in the Epstein files. Can you corroborate it? Your name's here in the Epstein files. Can you corroborate it? This person is in the Epstein files. Can you corroborate it? Right? Again, they're not doing it, right? We know Elon Musk had some conversations. Why aren't they asking about his conversations? Peter Thiel clearly had conversations. Why aren't they talking to him and saying, dude, what did you know? Why is your name in these documents? Again, and the other thing, guys, here's something that you guys probably won't hear. The Epstein files are one of the largest collection of files our government has ever compiled, right? Go do a Google search. The files on World War II are larger, right? The JFK files are not larger. The MLK files, not larger. The files on Operation Paperclip, not larger. Like, this is one of the largest things we've ever compiled as a nation, and nobody is curious about why this was allowed to happen for so long and why 0 people have been arrested or charged with anything related to this thing except fucking Ghislaine Maxwell. That's it. It's really wild. Like, it just blows my mind that, again, Congress passed the law to have these things released, right? 426 to 1, yet there's no follow-ups. Like, once we get this information, Congress is like, oh, fuck that, I'm not touching this. Kind of weird, right? Okay, let's see. Jeff Ross says, less of Psycho Trump, more of Section 8. Jeff Ross, you're 100% wrong, dude. The worst thing you can do to a person is let them be mediocre. It's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you do is tell somebody, like, it's okay if you're living in Section 8, Instead of saying, you know what, you can live in Section 8, but guess what? We're sending you a fucking training center. You're going to learn some shit. You're going to learn how to be productive. You're going to learn how to show up on time. You're going to learn how to do some real work that provides value to somebody else, right? You're going to go learn how to dress yourself. You're going to learn how to groom yourself. You're going to learn that, guess what? You can't be a forward-facing employee if you got fucking tattoos all over your face. You're going to learn that you can't smell like shit. You can't smell like weed. You can't go fucking smoke cigarettes whenever you want to smoke. We're going to teach you how to be a productive member of society because we're tired of fucking paying for you, okay? Sounds terrible, but again, as a business owner, I've said, hey, I will do the work. You give me a fucking tax break, I'll train as many people as I possibly can. And the ones that work, I'll give them jobs. The ones that don't work, I'm sending them back to the fucking government. The government can fucking deal with them. But we'll fix this shit. We don't have to send them to college. We don't have to send them to trade school. I've got the fucking trade school right here. Send me the fucking people. I'll run them through. I'll give them fucking jobs. But you'll never see that happen. They want these people to be poor. They want these people to not be employable. Because guess what? As AI rolls through, most of you people are going to end up on fucking welfare. And they're going to turn that welfare into UBI. They're going to give you a robot to take care of all your fucking shit. They're going to give you some money for food. They'll make sure food's nice and cheap because the robots will pick all the food. They're going to go ahead and give you someone to take care of your fucking kids because apparently people don't like to take care of kids anymore. And they're basically going to let you sit at home and do fuck all. Okay, you can watch Netflix, you can watch, HBO Max, you can Amazon, whatever you want. Things will be nice and cheap so that you can essentially stay home and do nothing because you're worth more at home doing, you cost less being at home doing nothing than you would to go to the workplace. And that's what's happening, guys. I've said I'm a broken record on this thing. Like, I think they want everybody on UBI. I've said it for years that we got too many people in this country that are unfucking employable. You're unemployable. Like, you don't know how to operate in polite society. And again, this is one of the reasons that a lot of companies bring in third world help. Why would they want to fucking train you and put up with your shit, right? But they could bring in someone who won't fucking cry, who doesn't complain, doesn't smell like shit, doesn't smell like weed, isn't on their phone all the time. Like, these people are super employable. Like, why would we hire you? Go on fucking welfare. You're better off there. We got to come up with a training program. Right? We got to look at our citizens and say, dude, you're not fucking cutting it. Oh, I'm poor. I'm black. I'm a woman. I'm gay. I got blue hair. I got a degree. Everyone fucked me. It's not my fault. Like, we got to come up with a program to retrain people so they can get dignity and pride and feel what it feels like to do and be really good at something, to be valuable, to want to be wanted, to be needed, to have a place on a team. Like, this is really important. It's one of the reasons we do college sports, right? We do high school sports. We do, we look up to the NBA, the NHL, what are the fucking all the sports are, the baseball. We look up to these people because being really good at something, being a part of a team is something that we all admire. But we got this massive class of people that we're just throwing them to the wolves. We're just letting them be on welfare, Section 8, generational poverty, know nothing, learn nothing. And then we can sit there and we can laugh at them and say, you fucking loser, you're fucking retarded, you're black, you're Hispanic, you're a woman, you got a degree that's fucking worthless. We laugh at these people as though it's not our responsibility to help them. It's really fucked up, guys. So anyway, sorry, there's another rant for you guys. God, guys, I'm sorry. I'm so bad about going through the comments as much. I need to put super chats on these things so fucking you can kill pop up. All right, let's go through. This is Leprechaun Ginger. Yes, jobs report is going to get much worse with automation. Yeah, have you guys seen the jobs report? I haven't seen it this morning. I heard it was going to be something like down 100,000 jobs. Remember Trump saying he's going to bring back manufacturing, right? He's going to bring back the manufacturing jobs. Well, as a manufacturer, I actually have a manufacturing company with 8 employees at this point, right? We actually make real American furniture. We do about 500 pieces a year, and I ship them all over America, right? Here's the problem. Here's what they're not telling you. Trump isn't telling you that you have to actually put money into it. Whoa, what? What? Money? What's that? Money? Okay. Think about this, guys. If you want to go get a gender studies degree or you want to get a degree in basket weaving, you can go to the government, right? You go to any college in America and you say, you know what? I want to go be a fucking idiot. And they'll say, well, how much money do you want? And they'll give you the money, right? But if you say, hey, I want to start a business. I need a factory, a place where I can work, somewhere that's got 3-phase power, someone's got some nice concrete floors, a little bit of lighting, high ceilings. I need a loan. You're gonna go, what the fuck is wrong with you? What, you have an idea? Like, you're fucking dumb. Your idea is terrible. Why would we give you money? We already have people that do that stuff. Like, why would you want to start a tennis shoe company? We got Nike. They outsource their shoes. They make the tennis shoes. Why would you want to make furniture? We got Restoration Hardware that outsources all of its work to Vietnam. Why would we give you money? We need people with degrees. We need people that all get the same education so that when they come out, they can't make any fucking money. Then we can put them on welfare. That's how it works, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys see this kind of stuff. Like, this is literally how it works. They're trying to make as many mediocre people as they can because if they realize that if you guys realize they sent all your jobs overseas, right? And you realize that you were basically sent to college to be worthless, and then the system's fucking breaks. Like, you're all going to come with pitchforks and you're going to cut the heads off of all these people because you can't make any money. You can't have the American dream. You can't have what you were promised as a youngster, right? And I tell people all the time, stop going to fucking college. Come to work for my company. Learn how to make something. Learn how to transport something. Learn how to provide a product that somebody actually is willing to pay you for, right? Stop going to the place where the bank essentially gets to put out a loan for you. The federal government backs it. And if the loan defaults, guess what? The bank gets paid. The bank still gets paid. Like if you get a house, right? You can't even get a house without having, mortgage insurance, without having homeowners insurance. The bank is always protected. The first 7 years you make a home loan, right? You're basically paying just nothing but payments to the bank, right? You make fucking nothing towards the principal of your home, right? The bank is always protected. The people with the money are always protected. The people in the Epstein files, always protected. You guys see how this works? It's really wild. All right, let's keep going. Let's see, Pink and Grizzly here. Pink and Grizzly, this guy. I know. Again, I tell everyone, like, you can go on X, right? You could go on, a lot of these YouTube streams. These are professional talkers, right? And you guys notice that, like, if you watch woodworks, I'm a woodworking guy. If you go look at the woodworkers on YouTube, professional content creators, they never say anything that is offensive. They never say anything that could potentially alienate anybody, right? Because the truth is, what they want is they want clicks, right? They want to appeal to the most amount of people. They want to make sure they get sponsorships, right? That's how the game works, right? I already have a business. I don't have to worry about alienating my customer. My customer is the 1%. A lot of them think like I do. The other ones don't give a fuck, right? They're still going to buy my products. They still like what I sell, right? I can say whatever I want. I'm not trying to sell you guys courses. I'm not trying to sell you guys t-shirts and coffee cups. I'm not trying to sell you guys stuff that I can outsource from the third world because I actually make it here. Oh yeah, like this is how it's really supposed to work, guys. But you love these people, like all these cucks on X. You love Benny Johnson because you know exactly what he's going to say, right? He's only going to say the thing that you want to hear. You guys ever notice that? And then you get people on here like, oh, this guy, oh, he says things I don't want to hear. Yeah, we're all nuanced, guys. That's what the real world is like. I think that's why this kind of a stream is going to take over, right? When you go watch a video on YouTube, somebody guys made a video that is curated to appeal to the one thing you care about and to the sponsors that they care about. That's it. You're never going to get an objective opinion from anybody on any of this shit. And then when you comment on these videos and you comment on X, you're not hearing from Benny Johnson. You're not hearing from Bourbon Moth, right? You're not hearing from Breaking Points. You're hearing from a virtual assistant, guys. You're hearing from somebody who is paid to respond and interact with you people. These, you can't fake it, right? Which is why it's kind of hard to keep a conversation going, to actually talk for an hour without going, well, let me collect my thoughts. Like, oh, I don't know what I want to say. It takes a lot of work, So I think this is where it's going. Okay. So anyway, all right. This is Annie C. Alopsy. I don't know what the hell your name is. That's kind of an issue. Bootlicker. Yeah. Okay. Well, tell me who I'm bootlicking for, because again, I voted for Trump, but I also bashed Trump, right? I'm a business owner, but I think we should help the veterans. I look up to the military as the people that are probably the highest level of citizen you can possibly have. I think we should help the poor. I want to help the poor. I have a plan to help the poor, but I'm a bootlicker, right? Because I have allegiances to both sides of an argument. Like, oh man, nuance? No way. So yeah. Keep it up. All right, Dan, I've seen you here before. Dan, thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. Facts don't care about your feelings. Yeah, and I think that's true. And it works on both sides. And facts don't care about your feelings. If you're in the fucking Epstein files, why aren't you being hauled up in front of Congress? When they redact a name and you see some awful shit going on and your name isn't redacted, why aren't they asking you what happened? Why aren't they making you testify under oath, right? And then when we actually find this stuff out, which we could, we send you to jail for lying. Why isn't that happening? You guys notice that? It's not happening. They will never get these people on the record under oath because the internet lives forever. Like, there's people like us that we look at news all the time. Like, we do these casts, right? These people would be held accountable if they have to testify under oath. Like, they're right now. You guys see the whole Clinton thing? Like, this is fucked up, guys. So that James Comer, that pussy congressperson, right? That heads up these hearings. He's basically saying, when the Clintons come in, we're gonna have a closed door session. The Clintons are like, fuck that. Make this shit public. It should all be public. You pay for it. The place they're going to depose the Clintons, you fucking pay for that. The salary of all these people that are going to ask the questions, you pay their fucking salaries, right? And then they're like, closed doors. There's sensitive information. Like, what is so sensitive the taxpayer can't hear from? As a business owner, there's nothing in my business that I don't know about or that I should know about. And if someone keeps something from me, it's your fucking ass. because everything rides on my ability to keep this bitch moving, right? I make all the fucking money, right? I do all the sales, I do all the advertising, I do everything to keep this bitch going, right? There's nothing I am not entitled to. Same thing for your Congress guys. When these guys tell you, oh, you can't know about this stuff, sources and methods, stick it up your ass. But we allow it. We're just like, oh, well, I can't change it, doesn't matter. This is how you change it. Keep fucking talking about it. So, all right, Trump got campaign donations by these corporations, 100%. And I've said it a million times. That's why you're not seeing any of this stuff, right? When Trump went and did the mass deportations, did what his voters said, right? Then the fucking meatpacking companies, Tyson and Cargill, they're like, fuck this, stop this. You're going to crush our businesses. You're going to drive up the cost of meat. He's like, oh, God, I can't do that. I want to drive up the cost of meat because I'm supposed to get the prices down. Stop it. So no more deportations. No more mass deportations, right? Same thing with construction boom. He went into Florida, right? He went into North Carolina. You saw the videos of him going up there, going up on the roofs. People wouldn't come down from the roofs because they didn't want to be deported. Once those videos came out, the people that, D.R. Horton, Lennar, right? What's the guy? The guy that's literally over HUD is a fucking housing development guy. Those guys are like, fuck that. Stop going to our construction sites. Nobody's showing up to work. Well, why are people showing up to work? We don't know. They're just not showing up. It's like, because they're all fucking illegal. They're all fucking illegal. And again, no one is saying, hey, why are you asking for this? Where's Congress? That's literally their fucking job, right? The House of Representatives' job is to subpoena people and investigate. That's their only fucking job. Not happening. And again, like when Biden was in office, they kept hauling people up and they're asking them questions. They're getting them on the record, like, where's the Hunter Biden things? They're asking this, that. Okay, all that shit's on record, but they never go back and say, you know what, you fucking lied, man. The Senate will never come up and convict these guys of anything. Like anyone that is in power, anyone that's in the government is just they're untouchable. They're untouchable. Like have you guys noticed that? Like it's really weird. And you see a lot of the same people creating a lot of, they're showing up in a lot of places they shouldn't show up. And again, no one's like, well, we probably should ask this person some questions because the American citizen is getting kind of pissed off of constantly seeing this person's name in really fucked up situations and no one's asking why. Why were you there? You're a representative for America. What are you doing talking to this person? Like we don't care about character anymore. We don't care about things like integrity. And we keep voting people in office because we have the shitty candidate on this side and the shittier candidate on this side. It's like whatever candidate you choose, it's all shit. So yeah, we need charges. We need a treason charge. We need at least one treason charge. Or I've heard it say we need the wood chipper. Like I'll take the wood chipper, right? I don't need a treason charge. Throw someone in a fucking wood chipper, put it on pay-per-view, and make a ton of money. And then when you have these fucked up situations, throw people through the wood chipper, do pay-per-view, and then give the money to the victim. Give it to the victim's family. Like people would pay for that. I would pay for that content. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, if you like this kind of content, hit the like button. We love wood chippers. All right. Let's see here. This is Can Do BU. But my feels, yeah, I know. T not tall says clown. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Pick and grind. Wow, dude, you need to tune up badly. Okay, all right. T and Paul clown. Well, this is RPP 222. This man has no idea what the left actually is. Okay, well, RPP, let us know. What is the left? Tell me what it is. Like again, I put my biases out there for everyone. I told you I've been a Trump supporter for 10 years, but as this guy has been in office this particular time, I've been wildly disappointed. And I've talked about it ad nauseum. So, all right, Greatest Weasel, have y'all tried importing 30 million South Americans yet? Maybe that will help. Yeah, right? So you guys want to know why your fucking housing's so expensive? Because you're competing with probably 20 million people that aren't supposed to be here. Hard to plan for your society when you let that many people into the country. In fact, it's impossible. You can't plan for it. So again, why do you think your services are expensive? Why do you think your insurance is so expensive? Insurance goes up because, yeah, the cost of vehicles and houses are getting more expensive. But how many claims do you have where you're going to hit an illegal and they have no insurance, right? Or you hit a poor person who shouldn't be on the fucking road, no insurance. Who do you think pays for that? The people that actually pay insurance. The people that follow the rules pay for it. And it works that way with everything, guys. Absolutely everything. So I hope you guys understand that. All right. Let's see. Dude and Stella, shut up. I know Dude and Stella, shut up. Okay. I love Stella Beer, though, man. Great name. Okay. This is True Blue 4069. You're a bit arrogant. Yeah, I get it. But again, like, And I think everyone's a little bit arrogant, right? Like, you know what you know because of the way you've lived your life, right? So what do you say? The only people that know are intellectuals, right? Or the only people that know are people that study books, quote unquote experts, right? Those people that fucked you guys over your entire lives, right? Don't you guys understand that experts literally go on television to push the agenda of the people that pay them? I hate to tell you guys this, like, Larry Summers was the president of Harvard, right? Larry Summers was top economic advisor forever. Larry Summers was served all kinds of positions in, I think it was Clinton's administration. And again, he's probably a pedo. I mean, maybe. This guy's been in the Epstein files many times. Like, again, like, are those the people you want to listen to? You want to listen to the head of your HUD right now, who's literally in the housing market, or excuse me, literally owns or is the president of God, it starts with a P. I'm drawing a blank here. He owns one of the largest house building companies in America, right? You ought to fucking trust that guy. Like, you know, he's only going to vote in his best interest, right? And again, it's like, who do you trust, right? Arrogant? Like, come on, man. Like, I've been a W-2 employee. I worked 20 years in manufacturing, the thing that I advocate for. And then now I'm a business owner with an American-made business who sells American products to Americans. You want to call me arrogant? Like, I literally fucking did the thing that I'm advocating for all the time. Arrogant. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. What is it you do? Tell me what you do. I'm very curious. Let me know your experience. What, you had some fucking bullshit job that you hated forever? Like, what, you got it all figured out, you know, paying your fucking taxes on 50 grand a year, living in your little fucking house? Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Like, where are you coming from? Tell me why I'm arrogant and why you're not, why you got it all figured out. You have all the answers. I would love to hear it. Like, tell me what I'm missing. That's what we do with these. We have a back and forth because people need to hear from people that do real shit. The experts have lied to you guys for 20 years. And they've lied to you because all the experts are academics, right? So they're only going to push more academics. Like, why do you guys think research grants go up every year? We got Washington University over here, one of the largest recipients of research grants in America, right? Why do you think these guys only elect people that give out research grants that come from academia, which needs research grants? This is why this shit continuously goes up and up and up. And if you don't produce something, you don't have a product or produce a cure for cancer or a cure for this or a cure for that, like, you get no more fucking money because it means you suck at what you do. But the bleeding hearts, right? They don't want to kick out the illegals. They're just like, well, we're going to find it someday, 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 someday. And the only thing that we fucking find out is that we're basically coming up with diseases using the third world, places like China. We create fucking viruses that shut the entire world down. That's what we're getting. We paid for it. And again, we are the people that advocate for this kind of shit. Oh, the National Institute of Health. What the fuck has the National Institute of Health done for you guys lately? They fucking created a virus. That's what they've done. They shut your economy down. They closed out hundreds of thousands of businesses. They pitted poor people against rich people. They said, poor person, get to fucking work. I need my Amazon packages while I'm at home collecting my fucking salary. Like, go fuck yourselves. You know, no idea what you're fucking talking about. Fucking living in your little world, doing your little thing, fucking do not matter. You know, fucking pisses me off. You guys let these people waste all the money. You let them just keep collecting money. You say, oh, it's the fucking poor against the rich. The rich need to pay more. The rich, the rich, the rich. And they take your fucking money, your money, and they fucking give it out to do bullshit constantly. It's infuriating. All right, RPP 22, meritocracy. Okay, what, you don't like meritocracy? What, do you like mediocrity? So I'm curious, RPP, what is it that what do you say? Like, oh, this is a meritocracy? Like, again, the people that do the best and come up with shit, like, should get paid. Should they collect everything? Should they collect all the money? No. But again, we're pushing in that direction, right? When you let somebody create a product, like take Nike, for instance, or hell, even Apple. Let's look at Apple. You get someone that creates a product, right? They manufacture it here in America for a long time. And then they figure out that they can manufacture the thing abroad, right? And then they manufacture it abroad and sell it at a price that they get everyone to use that product. Well, the jobs that come back here are only thinking jobs, right? So most people aren't thinkers. I hate to tell you guys this. They told you that if they sent your fucking dumbass to college, that you would get smart. You'd be so smart that you could make a whole bunch of money. Well, you got out of college. Guess what? You can't make enough money to pay for the education that you had to pay for, okay? And again, this is no shade on anybody. This is how the system works. So then, while they're making all the products overseas, the jobs that you could be doing, they're making all that shit overseas. And they'll come back and say, well, we have to make it over there because it'll be too expensive. Okay, well, that's not my problem. Guess what? You'll probably have 10 or 12 phone companies instead of 4. Maybe you'll have 16 phone companies instead of 4, right? 4 people get to take all the money, right, pay it to their shareholders. You get nothing. You get fuck all. You get a college degree that millions of other people have. And then you got to go, basically try and get through the fucking barrage of HR people, the software that, filters resumes, right? And you only got a couple companies that even want your education that you have. And again, you're competing with the millions of other people that have the same degree that you have. And then you're going to piss and moan about, I can't make any money. Taxpayer needs to bail me out. It wasn't my fault. I did what I was supposed to do. Like, no, you shouldn't have let the third world take all your jobs. And then like right now we're in the situation where it's like, oh, AI, we have to do AI. If we don't do AI, China's going to do it. Well, why the fuck do you think China has AI? Why do you think that is? I constantly have this argument with people, and it's like they don't believe me, or they think that I'm full of shit. Like, you guys realize that we paid for all of China's technology. When we wanted to send our manufacturer over there, you think China could manufacture? They couldn't fucking do dick. Like, they could make rice patties. That's what they could do. But we said, you know what? If you'll work for 75 cents an hour, we'll give you CNC technology. We're going to give you CAD technology. Here's a bunch of science. You guys want to learn how to make syringes? You're going to make them over here. We'll give you the technology. We're going to give you all the machines. We're going to give you all the technical knowledge, right? We'll tell you how to set up everything. And that's what we did. And now, for some reason, we're shocked that China is becoming really smart, because guess what? When you give people technology, they get smarter. We're like, oh, that's good for America. We're clearly saying it's not fucking good for America, guys. It hasn't been good for 20 years. But we sent everyone to college and made them so goddamn arrogant. They're like, oh, we're going to be smarter than everyone. Well, guess what? You ain't that fucking smart. Okay? That's why I do this stream. I'm not smart. I'm smart enough to know that I'm fucking dumb. Never graduated high school yet. I figured it out by just working hard, making American products, selling to Americans. Anybody can do it, so be careful when you talk about experts. Experts have fucked you over for 20 years. That's why most people are where they are. Okay, dude, sell loser. Got it. Okay, let's keep going through comments. Got it. Guys, I appreciate it, man. I'm sorry I'm not as good at going through comments. Like I said, starting here pretty soon, we'll just make the top commenters. We'll do super chat type situation where, again, people want to get a conversation in that it'd be much easier. Just you get so many comments, it's very difficult to keep going. Okay, Esmeralda, great name. Okay, if billionaires can accept welfare, heck yeah. If billionaires can accept welfare, yeah. And I'm not sure I quite understand what you're saying, but if you guys notice that the largest, wealthiest people in the world, their customers use welfare to buy their products. Like, how fucked up is that? Like, again, your company's profits and your company's bottom line comes from welfare. Like, does anyone else think that's kind of fucked up? Like, I think that's fucked up. Like, you take someone like the Waltons, richest family in America. These people literally thrive on welfare. I've told you guys many times, like the other one, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So I used to work in private jet industry. I've been on all their planes, all these people's planes. I've been to their fucking hangars where they keep all their shit. You realize that Coca-Cola has 5 private jets on the East Coast in Atlanta, and they've got, I think, 4 private jets on the West Coast. They got so many private jets, they just keep them on the coast. It's cheaper, right? They literally make their money off of welfare. Because guess what? You could buy soda with SNAP, right? So if you get a whole bunch of people on welfare, they basically have to buy your products, because if there's one thing poor people love more than anything, it's sugar. Fucking love it. They love sugar. They love salt. Exercise, not so much. But love that food. And you might say, well, they have no choice. Like, again, I'm not here to argue that. I'm just saying that a lot of these companies, like, you guys realize that like Walmart loves EBT, like Coca-Cola loves EBT, Pepsi loves EBT. Like, you go to these convenience stores where they just sell tons of trash. Again, they all accept EBT. We're paying these people, and so they get the welfare on one side, right? And then they go to the politicians and say, well, hey, we need tax cuts on this because we're a large business and we don't want to pay taxes, and then they don't have to pay any fucking taxes. It's horrible, guys. And again, I've said it many times. Hear me out. Like, pay attention, okay? Pay attention, guys. Here's what they do. They make their product in the third world, right? And then they take the $2.50 an hour they're paying the person in China, and the $32.50 an hour they're paying you. That delta, which is $30 an hour, they use it to bribe the politicians to fuck you in the ass. Like, that's literally how it works. If you would just bring the jobs back here to America, eliminate that $30 delta, the influence these people have would go, it would crater. Because here's the thing, like, Americans, yeah, we like Coke, but people that take care of themselves and have a little bit of agency in their life, which is no shade against people that don't have money or that are on welfare. Like, they're in a shitty situation. And again, I've talked about we need to fix it as small business owners. It's literally our job, but nobody wants to do that. Americans don't drink as much Coke as the third world does. Like, Coca-Cola's massive. Same thing with Pepsi, right? Walmart literally lives on the poor. Like, the poor. Like, this is so fucked up, guys. The wealthiest family in America, their wealth is generated by us, the taxpayer, giving great benefits to poor people so they can go give it to the rich. Like, this is how the thing works. Cut off the third world. That's all you got to do. Cut it off. The problem will fix itself inside of 2 years. It will be horrible for America. You will see crushing deflation because businesses will be begging you to buy their shit. Nobody wants to do it. The pain is too much. And again, I don't expect anyone to go through it. That's my view on that. Okay, this is Ronan, man. Ronan, good. Ronan 1253H7G. Cynthia, everyone is racist and prejudiced. People just pretend they aren't. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good comment, man. Like, and this is one of the great things about like social media and these kind of platforms, that we can all like talk like real people. And if you guys are in the chat, hit the like button, add the discussion, kick this thing around. I said I was gonna do an hour. I went to 75 minutes. So we'll keep talking for a little. I'm gonna try and go through comments. I really appreciate everyone hanging in and doing the chat this morning. Hit the like button. Let's keep kicking this thing around. So the idea of people being prejudiced, everyone's prejudiced. And I have people from all different countries that work in my business. I'm married to an immigrant. Everyone always says, America's so racist. America's so racist. America is the least racist country in the world. And that's what makes this country great, is that we accept everybody. You want to go into places like India, racist as fuck. You want to go to Japan? Where's the black people in Japan? You want to go to Europe? You see what they're doing over here? Europe's trying to be more like America, right? They're trying to bring people in because it feels good. This is a luxury belief. People are losing their fucking minds over there. They're ready to have a massive civil war over there because of it. Like, America's the one place where anybody from any race can come in here and become the wealthiest people in the world. The wealthiest people in the world is an American. You guys ever think about that? Like, the top 10 wealthiest people in the world are Americans, except for, I think there's Carlos Slim down in Mexico, and I think the guy that owns Louis Vuitton and Hennessy. Otherwise, it's all Americans. This is the country where everyone comes to dream and have their dreams be a reality. So when people like to say, oh, you're racist, you're okay, this is the education system. Academia has brain-fucked America for 20 years. We're all racist, we're all sexist, we're all misogynist, we're all an ist. The truth is that we did this to ourselves. And again, never forget it. Like, this is the place that everybody comes to dream big, and if you work really hard, you provide a valuable service that other people want, need, and desire, you will be successful. That's how I see it. So yeah, the people that always claim racism, they're just weak. They're fucking weak people. Okay, Son's in here. Man, Son, good to see you, dude. Good morning. Again, Son, sorry, I busted through. I can't keep up. I'm working on it. Son, I hit my 3,000 hours, so we'll start doing the super chat thing. So Son is a big part of why my channel has done what it's done. He's been one of these people that's been around since I started this thing and has constantly added to the comments, added to discussion, and got conversations going back and forth. He's a very interesting dude. He's probably crying right now because Bitcoin's in the toilet, but he's going to say that he's going to be holding and he's going to be buying more because he's diehard. But Son, I appreciate you being here, dude. Okay, Duff's 401 Axions is back in here. People think this is saying something. Yeah, race. Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing. Like, being called racist used to mean something, but as we've gotten more educated, have you guys noticed that the more academics we have, the more people that have college degrees, the more racist our country's been? Like, I thought you guys were supposed to make everyone less racist and make everyone get along more. Like, the more educated people we get in this country, the fucking worse it gets. And that's my bias. That one's all on me, but that's what I see. I see it's just getting fucking worse. And again, because people are getting pissed off, they've had enough of being told, you're racist, you're misogynist. If I have one view that you don't agree with, you just write me off as a person. Like, I don't see it that way. I don't write anybody off as a person. I got lots of people I don't agree with, but it doesn't mean you write people off. Like, that's, again, and this is an academia thing, guys. Like, and I'll say this till, the cows come home. Academia has been the worst thing for this country the last 20 years. Not because it's not good for people to get smarter, because they brainwashed you all into thinking that college is good for dumb people, okay? I'm a dumb person. I started a business. I always made good money working with my hands. Never graduated high school, okay? They told you guys that if you go to college, you're gonna do what I do, okay? Truth is that you should have picked up a fucking shovel when you were 18 and learned to run an excavator. You'd be making $80,000 a year today, probably be happily employed, have a house, have a family. And again, college is amazing for smart people. I'll say it to we fund colleges to make academics smarter, right? We want people to be physicists. We want people to be in the sciences, right? We want people to be in psychology, right? We want people to become doctors, lawyers. We want people to do this work where that work is needed. You can't take a dumb person and tell them they're smart by giving them a piece of paper. It doesn't work that way. You become smart and you become useful by providing a service that another person wants, that other person's willing to pay you for. And it can't be the government, because the government doesn't actually provide any services at all. All they do is take money from one person and give it to other people, essentially to buy votes. And this is the thing that just drives me crazy. Like I said, okay, let's see, this is Esmeralda. Okay, good, you're back there. Okay, WOTC tax credit. Okay, you have to tell me what the WOTC tax credit is. I know what most tax credits are, but again, WOTC, I'm not quite sure. See, user TTBR says spit and facts. I hope so, man. I hope that people like this content. I hope that people like to listen to someone give a real conversation about what a real person is really like. That's why I do this stuff. Again, I think that I'm a real person. Okay, let's see. Hey, I had a question for you. If you could change tax law or tariffs, how would you do it? I just saw the island man was writing off buying kids on Wayfair. I saw that too, man. That's fucking crazy. Like I said, everything that is sold on Wayfair comes from the third world. So I would make tariffs 400%. This would be the one thing I would do to change everything. And unfortunately, son, it would crush the economy. It would take the economy from people that are essentially using the third world and slave labor to bring products into America and sell them as though Americans made them, right? I would put a major emphasis on made in America, right? So if you are a company that has most of your products being produced in the third world, I would make you, basically, what you have to do is you have to take your LLC or your S Corp and you'd have to register in the third world where your product is made. You don't want to pay a 400% bringing your product into America, you need to make your product here. That's the thing that I would change. It would make everything more expensive for everybody, which I get, but I would also mass deport everyone. And I don't care if you're a bleeding heart person, you don't want to see people drug out of homes. I would tell everyone, you drag these fucking people out of their homes, you take them, you take their kids. If they want to say their kids are legal and they're American citizens, I say, great. They can stay here, you're fucking gone, right? And we will take care of the kids, whatever. Or your kids can fucking go with you, right? I don't do that. We follow the law in this country. If Congress wants to change the law, they want all these people to stay, change the fucking law, and then they could all stay. That's it. That's all it takes. I don't go either way. You can't emotionally blackmail me. It doesn't work that way. So those are the things that I would do. Get the third world out of America. That's it. That's all you got to do. Let the average worker create things, right? The government wants to spend money, you're going to spend it on Americans. If you're a veteran, you put in your 20 years, you're fucking done. You don't want to work again? Great. America will give you welfare, UBI, and you can live in an apartment or a home or do whatever it is you want to do. You make the ultimate sacrifice for this country, you're good. The other thing I would do, when we pull back for the rest of the world, we can patrol the waterways. That's fine. I got no problems with that. You want to keep commerce coming in. You want to bring materials into America? Great. No tariff. Let them come in here. But you cannot manufacture things and bring them into America. Not happening. Not happening. People want to come and fuck with America? Great. They can come fuck with America. We will still maintain the mightiest military in the world after we audit them. Otherwise, the military will get cut in half. Got to pass audits. Pass audit. You come fuck with America, we will come wipe your country off the map. You want to come drop a nuke here? You're done. You want to come do a dirty bomb? You're done. You want to come here fly planes into buildings? You're done. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about your people. I'm not gonna worry about you. I'm not gonna worry about anything. Anywhere that is inside of your little border is done. Okay, and then we come home. Right? That's how you keep people from fucking with everyone. Like, that's the thing people don't understand about America. Like, I love this country. I tried to be in the military. I really believed in when 9/11 happened. I literally signed up for the military. They would not let me in because I couldn't duck walk. I tore my ACL. I went on to be an ultra marathon runner. Okay, so clearly it wasn't that bad. But the thing is that you cannot go to these other countries and try and nation build. You cannot go over there and try and influence other countries. They could all go do whatever they want. Let them have their own way. we need to worry about ourselves, for a little bit. We have to. And I don't understand why Americans don't see that. But Trump was literally supposed to do some of this, not isolationism, but America first. Keep the money here. Keep the people here. Everyone that wants to come here, if you get to come into America, it's because you're exceptional. You get to come to America because you have a skill that we need. I've told the story many times. When I tried to immigrate to New Zealand, I wanted to become a Kiwi. I wanted to be a New Zealand citizen. They wouldn't let me. I made good money. I didn't have any debt, no diseases. I wasn't even going to bring kids. They're like, no, we don't need you. You're a fucking furniture maker. We need geologists. We need engineers. I couldn't become a citizen over there. Needs to be the same thing here in America. America has come where people come to live their dreams. They don't come here because we bomb their country and we feel bad about it, so we're going to bring all the refugees in here. We don't feel bad because, a bunch of these third world shitholes are having problems. They go fight these big conflicts and we feel bad, so we're going to let these people in here. This is not a harbor for, people that are oppressed. It's not a harbor for people that can't get their shit together. America's not a harbor for the world's neglected and the people that don't get seen. That's not what this country is for. We have a specific purpose, which is to let the greatest people in the world come to a place where they can be free. And if other countries want that, we need to be the example, not the oppressor, not the instigator. We don't need to do that shit. But Trump didn't do it. He wasn't interested. He just wanted to fucking, pander to everybody, I guess. I don't know what the fuck the guy wants to do. So that's kind of my thing. Like I said, I'm not 400% tariffs. We pull out of the rest of the world. We can go ahead and take care of the waterways. We have like hundreds of bases all over the world. Like, that's ridiculous. Why do we have all these military bases everywhere? Like, you're paying for that. I'm paying for that. I would like to have that money back in my pocket. Again, the military can't pass a budget. Get those fucking bases closed. You can't pass an audit. That is a problem, guys. It's a fucking problem. Again, if you're in the discussion, hit the like button. But son, those are my big things, man. Like, I'm just, you know where I stand, dude. Like, I'm pretty cut and clear on things. All right, user TTBR 549. Yep, media is died. Yeah, media is dead, guys. This is the new media. And have you guys noticed that? I would say all, but a high percentage of the conspiracy theories have all been true, especially during COVID. It was wild. Like, and again, people still believe that the conspiracy theories aren't real. But if you get on, you get on X, you get on YouTube, we do these lives with real people, you find out, all the shit's true. Everything's true. You still got the media, acting like America isn't owned by Israel, right? You still got the media, cucking for Trump, right? Acting like this guy's the fucking greatest thing since Jesus. You still got this shit going on there because they're all trying to get paid, right? They're not trying to help the average American. They're just a mouthpiece for whatever their issue is, right? And if it's like this Benny Johnson guy, he's so disappointing. Literally, all he does is cuck for the Trump administration, right? This Derek Evans cucks for the administration. But then you got the other side, you got breaking points. Again, these people, all they care about is liberalism and giving out free shit to everybody. There's no nuance anymore. When's the last time you heard Benny Johnson say, you know what, we didn't fucking vote for this Trump. What the fuck are you doing? You don't hear it. Again, these people, they would talk about Epstein all the time. They loved conspiracy theory. Now that the half the files have come out, suddenly it's they don't want to talk about it. I can't wrap my head around this should be the only thing that they're talking about. They want to talk about Savannah Guthrie. Who gives a fuck? Some rando chick on television, that's what we're going to talk about? Oh, the FBI's giving out $50,000 rewards for information. I didn't pay for that shit. That's her fucking problem. Now, if we want to start helping the average person, the no-name person, we want to start helping those people, I got no problems with that. But stop focusing on this shit. It's unimportant, but that's what we do. So, okay, moving through more comments. Again, keep going, guys. All right, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to give you guys we're going to do another 5 minutes. So I'm going to go through as many comments as I can. And I got a bunch of shit I didn't get to, but I appreciate everyone hanging out this morning. We'll keep going through comments, keep talking. Hit the like button, add to the stream, guys. And again, we hit our 3,000 hours, so I really appreciate everyone that's helped contribute to that, getting that 3,000 hours. It means a lot to me. I thought about giving something away, but all I have is a furniture company. So maybe anyone want any furniture? Say, with a furniture person, I kind of make the coolest shit as far as furniture goes. I mean, Get online. Come into the next couple of streams this next week. Let me know if there's any furniture you guys would like. Let me know what it is, and maybe I'll give something away, because I think it's a big deal. I really appreciate people helping me. And son, that goes for you, dude. If there's something you think you want, man, maybe you should put it in the comments. Okay, let's see. Darren H. M6E says, yes, Made in America. Yep, I'm a big Made in America guy. I advocate for America. I advocate for Americans. And I advocate for people learning things that they can see, right? This idea of theory, you know, oh, I'm paid, I'm a consultant. Like, fuck you. Only rich companies that outsource to the third world can afford things like consultants. Only rich people that outsource their work to the third world can afford to hire industrial engineers, you know, data analysts, marketing specialists. They're not hiring you. They're not paying you to do anything. They're sending your job to the third world and hire fucking idiots to do dumb shit work that doesn't really matter to anybody. Okay, Pure Joy, R9F. Back in the old days, everyone made their own stuff out of nature. Well, I think growing up poor, like I grew up not wildly poor, but I just grew up, you know, poor. Maybe I was at the very bottom of the middle class, you know, but I literally grew up in a trailer, like in a fucking trailer, guys. Like the kind that, you know, that you can move around. Like that's where I grew up, like in a little town called Corvallis, Oregon. And we made furniture because we couldn't afford furniture, right? And this is the thing that I think people miss about the American spirit. We could do anything here. Poor people tend to do things because they can't afford to buy everything, right? Poor people learn to fix cars. Poor people learn to work on houses. Poor people learn to plant gardens. Poor people learn to do cooking. Poor people learn to do seamstry. Poor people learn to do all kinds of things, and that is not a bad thing. That's the one thing that got me to where I was that I don't have it in me to pay somebody else to do something that I can kind of do myself. And to this day, when I can afford to pay people to do most things, I don't. It drives my wife crazy. It drives her fucking nuts, but that's how I am. And I think we need more people like that in America today. So, all right, Danny Burns, you are a garbage person. Okay, Danny Burns, thank you, dude. Hit the like button, add the discussion, and I appreciate the comment, man. I don't think I am. Like, I think I'm like most people. I think I'm like a lot of people, and I think more people want to hear from people that are like them. You know, might not have the same kind of thoughts, but we have the same background or a similar background. We've moved throughout life a similar way. It's not like, oh, I was, you know, 4.0 student in high school. Then I went to Stanford, and I was summa cum laude, and then I got my, you know, my PhD, and then I went from PhD to work in my $180,000 a year job, and now I live in the Palisades and blah, and it's like, I don't think people want to hear that shit anymore. I think we're done. We're over being sold this bag of bullshit. So that's where I'm at. All right, let's see, who's this? Over Ordinary. O's Over Ordinary? And good name. That's very interesting. Okay, see, if you don't know how to spell college, did not go. Yeah, I didn't go, so I guess maybe I don't know how to spell college. I don't know, man. Okay, Pure Joy, R9F. Only about half of Americans are working, and those that do work only work about 25% of their total time. Yeah, and I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I think that during COVID, we made it okay with this idea of work from home. Like, I think work from home is fucking disgusting. And again, I never graduated from high school. I've never had a work from home job, but I honestly think that it is your duty to get into your fucking car, right? Which pays somebody else, right? Someone had to make that car. Someone had to make the tires. Someone had to do the oil change. Someone had to produce the oil, get your fucking car, and go to work, right? Stop off at Quick Trip or 7-Eleven or Circle K, right? Buy something from the convenience store owner, which gives him a job, right? You do these things. Buy the gas. People need gas. Put somebody to work. Go to fucking work. Take your lunch. Buy something at lunch. Whatever you do. Our lives are meant to employ everybody. We're supposed to provide goods and services for people. Buy goods and services for people in America. That is our fucking job. You know, when you work from home, you don't do. What do you buy from fucking Amazon all the time? When you just stay at home and click your life away, right? You have a lot of meetings. Is that really useful? I don't think it's useful. Like, I'm over it. Again, go to fucking work. Go to work. I want to work from home. It's good for me. It's good. I don't have to have the kids get up early. I can leave my kids here at home. I don't have to pay for daycare. It's always good for you. Not so good for the rest of the world. Not for the rest of Americans that have to operate in America. You fuckheads during COVID, you'd sit there, you're like, oh, we need to stay home. Stay home. I'm so afraid. Like, okay, well, how do you get paid if you don't go to work? Well, I'm salary. You guys notice that? Like all the people that were salaried, they all wanted to stay home, but they wanted the trash guy to go to work. You know, when you go to fucking Trader Joe's, you wanted the Trader Joe's guy to go stock the shelves. Like, you fucking hypocrites. Fucking hypocrites. Fuck you guys forever. I will never, ever be okay with what you guys did. All you bitches that are teachers, oh, we want to stay home. We're afraid for the kids. Oh, okay, well, how do you get fucking paid if you don't go to work? Well, I'm salary. Oh, the government writes my check. Fuck you people forever. What you did is you created probably a generation of people that are afraid to go out in the world. Instead of being the strong ones that said, you know what, we're going to go face this thing, you fucking hid. But you expected all the people that had to go do the real work to go to work every day. When you would DoorDash, you sure expected that fucking immigrant, which DoorDash is basically all immigrants. I don't know if you guys have noticed this thing. Most of them probably illegal. Those people could come deliver your shit. Like, where's your accountability, you fucking hypocrite? Where's your accountability? You want to sit at home? You want to be safe inside your home? Yet all the dumb people, right? The people that didn't go to college, that don't have a salary, that actually get paid by the hour, you don't give a fuck about those people. You know, and fuck all you people who are ever okay with that. Oh, when you come to my door, you better be wearing a mask when you deliver my food, you fucking serf. Fuck you people. And again, you're never going to hear this from the media. You're never going to hear people that are so outraged by what happened because we lived through it, right? While you were on one side collecting your fucking salary, working from home like a bitch, the rest of us were out there trying to keep you fuckers happy. You know, getting our paycheck, because if we didn't get a paycheck, we couldn't go to work. You know, and then we had to fight with the government. Like, what was the terminology they used? It was so disgusting. Are you needed or are you a not needed business, right? I had guys come to me, they'd say, you know what, I need you to sign this document because if you don't sign this document saying that our company is okay to stay in business, I can't get daycare. That's what the poor people had to deal with. While you fuckers staying at home, your work from home class, your kids were there. You got to stay home. Your kids didn't have to go to daycare. You didn't care about any of those fucking people. All you cared about was that your perfect life was kept perfect. Even though the pandemic fucked up everybody else's life, as long as you got to stay home and collect your salary and do your Zoom job, that it was okay that everyone else had to go to work. Everyone had to go out there and face what was happening while you stayed at home, safe in your little home. I'm fucking tired of you people. The people that watch these streams, we're all fucking tired of you people. You know, and I hope you people all end up on welfare. I hope you people all get out of a job. They cut off the third world so that your safe job no longer pays for itself and you have to hire people that does real work. I can't wait for the next pandemic because we ain't fucking shutting down next time. It ain't fucking happening. Clearly, you guys know where I'm at on this issue. Anyway, guys, let me go through the last, let's go through 5 more comments, and then, guys, I got to get out of here. I got to start my day. But I appreciate everyone being here. I really do appreciate you guys being here. We hit all of our watch hours. The channel is now monetized, which is fantastic. And anyone that's participated, hit a like button, hit the comments, add to the discussion, agreed with me, disagreed with me. I appreciate it. These are conversations about real topics from real people. Again, most of my content is about woodworking and the business of running a woodworking and paint company, but my live streams are all hot topics. That's what I do on my live stream. So, okay, let's see. This is Danny Burns says 2394. Danny Burns 2394. Tons of people own businesses and don't understand anything. Yeah, and that's it's entirely possible. I'm not going to disagree with that one bit, you know. So, but again, what's the solution? Okay, Divine 777 VG9. Never ever vote liberal. Never. Yeah, and again, I don't know that that's the answer. I mean, we voted for Trump, right? What have we got with Trump? You know, again, we were supposed to get mass deportations. Do you see that happening? No, he's spending an insane amount of your tax dollars to go after people in places they really aren't. Like none of us would do that. We would all do the thing the most efficient, especially if it uses somebody else's money. You know, that'd be like me building furniture, but not in my shop where I have all the tools, I have all the material, but say, no, I'm going to go over to another state where I don't have any of that shit, and I'm going to build your furniture, and I'm just going to travel back and forth whenever I have I need material or I need to go cut apart. It's inefficient as it gets. Nobody would ever do that, but that's what Trump's doing. So I don't know that voting for Trump was the answer either. Okay, Wesley, PB7QK, Betty was pissed about Epstein. Yeah, what's he saying about it now? Where's his call to haul everyone up in front of Congress? His fucking god, Trump, right? The thing that gets him all of his clicks. You guys notice that all these influencers on X and all these people, they love the salacious headlines. They all try and draw you guys in because they have no real thoughts of their own. They're just trying to deal with whatever's the topic of the day, as long as it doesn't, it stays within this little, what do they call it, the Overton window. Like, you can't go too far this way, can't go too far this way. You got to stay right here because you don't want to offend the people that basically you are buying access to. That's the thing about all these people. The only reason that their channels are what they are is because they have access to the people that they're shilling for, because they have no real businesses, guys. You know why Benny Johnson's always going to Trump Hotel and never says anything bad about Trump? It's because that's how he makes his money. That's how he makes his money. It's clicks, guys. It's getting paid on X, giving you guys exactly what you want to hear. That's what it is. It's disgusting. It gets so old. And that business model is dying, guys. I guarantee it. Okay, let's see. Can do boo, like daycares. I'm not quite sure what you have going on there. Duff's first accent, I need a new couch. I sell, okay, let me rephrase there, Duff. So, and again, put in the comments, I don't sell that kind of furniture. I sell case goods. That might be a better way to put it, right? So credenzas, dressers, the really expensive shit. You think couches are expensive, man? I sell $20,000 desks and $30,000 credenzas. Like, couches are small peanuts. And plus, most of your couches are actually made in the third world. Bernhardt makes them here in America, and there are several manufacturers in North Carolina that do make couches, but all the fabrics from the third world. Most of the CNC cut parts for the couches come from the third world. They're assembled in North Carolina. So, okay, let's see. Advocate for Americans, but you tried to move to New Zealand. I know, right? Like, again, I was young. I was like, what had happened to me in that particular moment? I'll give you guys this, and then I gotta get out of here. I wanted to be divorced, right? So I got a little bit of freedom, which I'd never had before. I spent 6 months in New Zealand working on the CEO of Samsung's private jet. And I had all this freedom. And again, New Zealand is the most beautiful place on earth. Like, California is awesome. It's gorgeous, and it's very much like New Zealand. But like, in New Zealand, I was on the South Island in Christchurch. I could literally go up into the Alps and go snow skiing, and then in the same day, come down to the ocean and go surfing. Wild place, guys. But yeah, I did want to go there because I just felt free. I loved the people. And it was something that I really wanted to do in life. And now that I'm a little bit older, have a little bit more knowledge, and have seen a little more shit, my ways have changed. I would obviously never want to do that now. So, okay, let's see. Must really love Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings Pro. And Profok, you've been here a lot too, man. I really appreciate your hanging in here, helping out of this channel. Like I said, we got our 3,000 hours. We're moving on to 4 already. And channel's completely monetized, which is fantastic. And again, you guys are the reason that I'm able to do this. And again, real conversations, real people. So, okay, you are at home, wanker. Yeah, I'm at home, motherfucker. But guess what? I got up at 4 a.m. Look, what the fuck do you think I do? My computer's full of surfing information about products. I've been looking at CNCs for like 3 months now. I have SolidWorks open where I constantly do engineering, make drawings, work on bids. Like, go fuck yourself, dude. This is one thing that wages don't understand, is that, like, they think that the only work that we do is when we're at the shop, right? I live in Illinois. My business is in St. Louis. Not even the same fucking state, right? So when I go to work to actually do real work, I'm working there too. When I'm driving to work, I'm working all the time. Like, my phone never switches off. My computer never switches off, And so yeah, again, real conversations, guys. This is how it really works. So, okay, let's see. Okay, last comment. Savor ordinary. My profession is fully remote because it is data analytics. Oh God. Because you're watching my stream, you get a pass, but oh my God. Data analytics. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing about data analytics and all these kind of jobs, guys. Holy shit. Anyway, guys, great stream this morning. I appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out. We'll do this every day, and I try to do it at noon, but again, I'm too busy today. So you guys, thanks for helping me get my channel monetized. Thanks for doing the back and forth with me, guys. And we'll do something for getting the channel monetized. Like I said, all I own is a furniture company, so all I can do is give people furniture. Go to SplendorCo.com. Hit me up in the comments in the next week. Let's see if you guys got a piece of furniture you want. Put it in the comments. Let me know what it is. Maybe we can work something out. Maybe I'll give away a piece of furniture, which means I will ship it to your house so you can live in another state, because I'm a real company. It's not manufactured. You actually have something made in America by an American who has a real YouTube channel and isn't trying to hit you guys up for clicks and isn't trying to hit you guys up for subscriptions, right? Buy my course, because I'm not a real furniture maker. I'm a real company. So